Hershey's Word of Mouth. Now, this episode is going to be a little bit different because I'm launching my new segment called For the Culture, where myself and a co-host will be discussing the most recent events going on in pop culture. So for my co-host today, I have Miss Marie Kelly.
Hey girl, hey.
Thank you. This is my girl, y'all. This is my girl. So we really finna get into it.
Yes.
You ready to get into it?
Yes.
All right. So we know last month was Black History Month, and you know it's the month of love, but it seems like a certain couple was falling out of love, and you know I'm talking about Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson.
Oh, girl, they've been out of love.
I don't think there was love.
I was gonna say, are they even really in love? Like, but that's not something I guess to laugh at somebody else's pain.
True. But we're gonna go ahead and catch you guys up. So if you weren't noticing what was going on, Miss Jordyn Woods is best friends with Kylie Jenner, and it was brought to everyone's attention that Jordyn Woods and Tristan Thompson, who is the baby daddy of Khloe Kardashian, hooked up. So that's why this whole situation is pretty messy. Now, Jordyn Woods went on the Red Table Talk this past Friday to discuss everything that was going on, her side of the story. She basically denied all allegations of cheating with Tristan. So, do we believe her is the question that I am posing.
We weren't there, so we will never know 100% what's the truth. Just based off of what's been said on social media and Jordyn Woods' interview, on the Red Table Talk, and what Khloe is saying online, like, it's hard to say. Yeah. It's really hard to say. Now, I did watch Jordyn's Red Table Talk, and I can believe, a majority of what she says about, how she was just chilling. They were in a close environment, so people's legs are just on each other, like, you're on the edge or something like that. I wouldn't be thinking either, like, maybe I should not have my foot or something or be laid, too close to, especially Tristan, out of all guys, my best friend's sister's baby daddy, who's already been through whatever they've been through,
known cheater. Let's just go to put it out there.
Yeah, he is a known cheater. So, I don't know. I feel like a majority of what she said might have been true. Now, as far as you leaving the house that late, like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, you were in the house for 4 or 5 hours, and you say that other people were there, but you walked out alone to get into your, your Uber. Yeah. So it does look bad, and then people definitely can run with the story. But I think the only thing that would have helped Jordyn is if she would have been honest about what happened instead of like not saying anything because she was trying to protect Khloe. Yeah. Even if you don't want to tell Khloe, I think she should have told her best friend Kylie, which Kylie would have definitely brought it to her sister regardless. And I think Khloe would have appreciated it, like, okay, I'm not too mad at you that you didn't come directly to me, but you're my sister's best friend, so I can see where that gateway you would feel comfortable telling her, not me directly. But being that she didn't tell her, and that there was people, reporters or whoever, journalists and people that were there, they got to tell the story, and Jordyn didn't get a chance to tell hers before it was already too late.
Yeah, that's true. I think from my perspective, it's just step one, why are you there and none of the Kardashian Jenner clan members are there? That's weird in itself.
Yeah.
And then from Khloe's perspective, I would feel embarrassed to even hear that my baby daddy having a party. And I'm not there. No. If my partner is having a party, I better be notified and there.
Yeah.
Because
even if she's not there, because they have a baby, somebody has to watch the baby, but I at least need to know.
I at least need to know about it. But I think the thing is where I would give an exception is if you're just with your homeboys. But if this girls too, that is a big red flag, like what's going on. And it shouldn't be no random
especially
girls, like
in the climate of their relationship right now.
Yeah, it should not be no random kind of girl. Granted, we don't know if they're random. He could have known these people. Like we don't know who was actually really there. But it's just a simple fact that these are people that you probably don't know like that, or even if you do, it's just they're probably not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
So from Khloe's perspective, I think, or from my perspective of what Khloe's actions were, I feel like she definitely should have came more and put the blame on Tristan, which she did after getting a lot of backlash. You know what I'm saying?
For going at just Jordyn.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I feel like the Kardashian clan bullied the heck out of this girl. And now let's remember the fact that y'all are 30 plus.
Right.
This girl's 21.
Right. And I'm sorry to say it, but it is what it is. It's true facts. As the proof is there. Don't act like y'all didn't, do some stuff was younger too.
Because I think that's the thing that people need to think about is just the fact that don't say too much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want and say how you feel privately.
Right.
And I can even understand doing something, I guess, in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But also just know that you're in the spotlight as it is. People are going to dig up your history. Like, I remember searching up on the Shade Room and seeing them. They took it all the way back. So they took it all the way back to when Lauren London, I guess, was dating Trey Songz. And then we seen that Chloe was like kissing on him, I guess. She was caught kissing on him in the club. Mind you, Chloe and Lauren London were friends at the time.
Right.
Is that not the same thing?
Now, and you can't forget either about the whole Tristan Thompson's baby mama before Chloe. Now, of course, they're saying that, you know, they broke up, things were, you know, not where they're supposed to be when she was pregnant, so y'all got together. But let's be real, as a female, you know, it don't always be like that. Sometimes you still mess around with that dude. So it's crazy to me how it turned out. The tables have turned. How, you know, she kind of took Tristan from Jordyn, who she was pregnant at the time, and then for it to happen to her again, literally, it made her give birth. You know what I'm saying? It messed up her body.
So much.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that she ended up going into labor, finding out that he was cheating, and then to now, you know, have Jordyn, which is so funny. Like I said, that was Tristan's baby mama's name as well. For it to fall back like this, it's just like sometimes you gotta think like karma.
Yeah.
You know, I do feel bad for Chloe too as a female version.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I don't want anybody to feel that hurt, especially when you have a child from this man.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. I don't even have a child, and I can imagine the attachment I would have. You know what I'm saying, to the father of my
been wanting
child.
to have kids.
Exactly,
So
for years. Yeah. So I do feel bad for her as a woman, but as far as how it all went down, I mean, baby girl, kind of
you get on your
yes.
And now I will say, like, we don't really know what really happened between him and the other baby mom. If, you know, Tristan and Jordyn had an agreement of not being together any longer, we really don't know that for sure. But it still tells a lot about a man that's willing to move so quickly when you have somebody who hasn't even given birth to the child yet, and you're willing to already be out posting pictures of somebody else.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, take a breather.
Right.
Take a breather.
Right.
Now, going back to Jordyn, because I want to bring the focus back to her, I will say that I don't like the fact that her story was so blotchy. Now, I understand you can't tell every single detail of every single moment because you weren't there.
And the NDA that she has with the Kardashians.
Okay. Yes. That might be why it's blotchy as well. But I just feel like
then don't do
I can't even tell you. I feel like I can't really picture what happened from the beginning to the end. I can picture moments of what happened to the beginning to end.
Right.
But I cannot say, like, if I watch the movie, I can tell you what happened from beginning to end. You know what I'm saying? But from her, it was like, okay, so really, what's happening here? What's happening here? And I think the other question that I want to know is what really went down between the communication, because Jordyn is saying she did reach out to Chloe. Then Chloe proceeded to put out a tweet after the Red Table Talk aired, and she was like, "Why are you lying? If you're gonna go on air and like say all this stuff, at least before privately calling me, at least be honest." So it's like, okay, what's the truth? But fans also brought up an old tweet from Larsa Pippen where she was like, "Well, you didn't even tell Chloe the truth," which means there had been in communication at some point. So I want to know the truth about that as well. I want to know how Kylie. Obviously, Kylie feels terrible, but I want to know like more detail about that, because yes, she cut the prices in half on makeup.
Which is a little shady. Following her, which is a little shady, right?
It was, but I mean, well deserved. I mean, that's my sister. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna cut you. I'm cutting all ties.
Yeah, you're right. I'm cutting all ties. Of course, this is my blood before anything. I do that. I do feel bad for Kylie a little bit as well, because she's really stuck in the middle. Like, nobody wants to believe that their best friend could really betray not just me, but my entire family. And we, you know, treated you like family. Like, you're one of the Kardashians too, basically. Like, that's how long you live with me. We do business together. So I feel like Kylie is just so stuck in between. It's like, it's so crazy. I can't talk to my best friend about what's going on because my best friend is a part of what's going on.
Exactly.
I can't go to my family because my family is against my best friend right now. So I do feel bad for Kylie in that sense right there. But I don't know. This Kardashian Jenner family is something else, man.
Now, bringing it back to the original question that I asked you, if we believe Jordyn, let me tell you why I believe Jordyn.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring up some other tweets that Chloe tweeted out after the episode aired, and people were kind of checking her about why she didn't check Tristan. So let me find that.
And by the way, I want to say I believe Jordyn 80%.
Yeah. Oh, 80%. Not even 100.
No, 80%. It's just a little weird to me that you didn't tell the host. I don't know. It's just, and like you said, the story is a little blotchy. Like you could tell there was so much editing being done with the Red Table Talk. So I would say we for 80%.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 80.
Yeah, I think she's gonna come. If I wanna tell it, then I gotta tell it. Okay, that's what she should have did.
Exactly.
That's what she should have did.
To clear your face.
Yeah.
To clear your face.
Because this is for essentially what you said. Her family. Her family can't even go outside. Her sisters and brothers can't go to school.
You no longer have a livelihood based off of one particular situation with one family.
That's a big deal.
Exactly.
So,
honey, if y'all help me make money, what else do you need to know?
But I think also, before I read these tweets, I think the other thing that I feel like she should have done is she said several times, I would volunteer, like I would do a lie detector test, whatever you need to do to clear your name.
She did.
You should have brought that lie detector test to the Red Table Talk and got it done right there.
Right.
Boom.
100%. 100%.
Boom.
Yeah. That's why I say 80% because I'm like, I don't know. I feel like when somebody's like, I gotta take a lie detector test right now, like, no, you won't. I'm not saying that she wouldn't, but like, and so
I mean, just the fact that if you really got challenged.
Yeah.
Like if Chloe was like, okay,
yeah,
on national television,
you could get it right then and there, like you said. Jada, even if you couldn't pay for it, Jada and Will, they trying to protect you, so I'm sure they would have been like, you know what, let's do it. You want to prove a point here? Here we go. So 80%, that's mine.
Now, why I believe her is because Chloe said, I have to move on with my life and count my blessings, my family, my health, and my beautiful baby. True, she also said, which is to me important, what's been harder and more painful is being hurt by someone so close to me, someone whom I love and treat like a little sister. But Jordyn is not to be blamed for the breakup of my family. This was Tristan's fault. Last tweet was, this has been an awful week, and I know everyone is sick of hearing about it all, as am I. I'm a roller coaster of emotions and have said things I shouldn't have. Honestly, Tristan cheating on me and humiliating me wasn't such a shock as the first time. Now, first clue that she probably didn't necessarily sleep with the man, is that Jordyn is not to be blamed for the breakup of my family. Although she is not, because Tristan was already doing that from jump. If you lay down with my man, I'm giving you all the blame. I'm sorry. Like,
well, I'm not gonna give you all the blame.
You have a mind of your own to know not to do that.
I'm gonna give you 80% of the blame. 80%
is your number right now.
Because both right, exactly. Both. It takes two to mingle.
Definitely, definitely.
So I feel like as a female, yes. First of all, you have the intuition. You know what's wrong, what's right. You know girl code and stuff like that. So I feel like that's that. Yeah, I gotta blame you for some of that part too. But Tristan, yeah, you. Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, so let me backtrack. I don't want to say that I'm taking away all the blame from him, but I'm giving 100% to him and 100% to her as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to backtrack like that means to me that it must not have been as much as like she slept with that man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then the other thing that popped out to me is that she said, I'm a roller coaster of emotions and have said things I shouldn't have. Now, unless you said some personal tweets to Jordyn like that were worse than what we see on text messages that were worse than what we see on Twitter, what does that mean? Because all we've seen was that like you were like saying subliminal stuff that anybody would have said. So, I mean, we're not blaming you for feeling the way you feel, but like now that you want to take that back, did she really do that stuff to the extent that y'all put it out there that she did? You know what I'm saying?
And that's the second thing about it. We will never know. We will never know.
We won't. And the crazy thing is Tristan's living his best life. That's the thing that's like
he don't care.
Crazy to me. And I'm just like, do you care enough about your daughter? Because like, what if she grows up and has to deal with the same exact thing? Because I know a lot of men do that thing where they do their dirt when they're young, but like when they get older, they have a daughter in particular. They don't want her to date because they know how men are.
They know how they were. Yeah,
you did.
Exactly, they know how they were.
So I'm just trying to figure out like how comfortable he's gonna be with that, or if he's gonna care at all, if they're even gonna have a relationship. Because I feel like this scandal isn't gonna necessarily ruin the relationship. It's gonna take her years to even find this out in the first place.
Right, of course.
So, and by the time she does figure it out, they might have they probably will have their relationship built.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's gonna necessarily ruin it, but
he got some explaining to do.
There's nothing to
his daughter,
except for the fact that you're a dog.
Right.
I don't think that's what she's playing besides you just can't stop popping women at this point. And I really think, honestly, he just wants to know what it felt like to be with a Kardashian, and that's literally the nicest way I can say it.
And that's probably so.
So, alright, so moving on, as we saw that one couple was falling out of love, it looks like another couple was rekindling their love because Big Sean and Ariana Grande was seen together. Apparently, Ariana Grande was in the studio already, and then Big Sean came and they were in there for hours, and then they left together.
Oh, was that a story? I didn't know. No, I honestly did not know. I just saw the picture of them, together in the same car. That was it.
Yeah, that's the story. And, my girl Janae,
That's what I was gonna say. Janae, Big Sean's ex.
We know they're not together. We knew they weren't together by the time the story broke, obviously. But it's just like the best.
It's because it's so crazy. We as fans didn't get closure. That's what it was. I mean, honestly, that's what is it though? Because I feel like it was big once she got the tattoo of his face, huge on her. So be real, we knew when she was getting covered up that obviously it was done. You wouldn't be getting his face covered up if it wasn't over with.
Yeah.
But it's just like y'all didn't let us know. Like y'all's mom and dad. Okay? Well, I was like, let your kids know, let your children know.
To me, personally, it seems like Janae Aiko has been pretty open about her past relationships. So I feel like if she drops some music and, they have a reason to interview her or whatever, because, she hasn't really released too much. She released like one little freestyle.
Right.
But like, if she drops something and they have a reason to interview her, I think it will come up like as to what happened.
Oh, of course.
Hopefully she'll tell because she's told about what happened with her past partners.
Right.
It just sucks because we're never gonna get the 2088 part 2.
Exactly.
Like y'all promised us, and that's disrespectful.
That was my
Don't promise me nothing if you're not gonna deliver.
Together or not.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah. Fake it like you love each other.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Now, what I will say, though, about like Ariana Grande and Big Sean, well, Big Sean, okay, I'm just being completely honest. I would love for him and Janae to be together, just because for one, they're closer in age. I feel like they've been in the industry long enough. Like they know more things. They're adults. Like they've been through more things than I would say Ariana Grande. I know she's super young. She's younger than me, at least. You know what I'm saying? I know she's super young. So for her to be with Mac Miller, and then she literally 2-3 months later, she's engaged to someone else. Which of course it makes it look shady that you might have been doing some stuff with him before you even broke up with Mac Miller. You know what I'm saying? Then of course we had a tragedy when Mac Miller passed away, and she ended things off with her the current boyfriend that she was with, Pete Davidson. There you go. After that, a couple months later, now you see her in a car with Big Sean. It seems like she can't either keep her mind still enough to be with one person, or like she hasn't fully healed, or she just may be at a lonely place in her life because I do think she definitely needs to take a big breather, because those two things you just mentioned are a lot by itself. It's already a lot that your ex-boyfriend passed away unexpectedly. Right. That's a lot by itself. And then it's already a lot that you are no longer engaged. That's 2 big things. But even being engaged in the first place, that's huge. Right.
But the thing is, those 2 things happened in the vicinity of each other.
A year. It hasn't even been a year.
It has not been a year.
For neither one of those.
Or anything. So I really think that it's like, I feel like she just needs to take a breather. Mind you, I don't want to tell the girl what to do, because she's addressed the situation many times where people feel like the need to say like, oh, she hops men too quickly. And I never came at her like that previously before, but I think this is a little bit different because your ex passed when you got unengaged.
Now you're with another ex again. And
again, I don't want to fully say that they're necessarily together, because it could have been that they were working on music and they just happened to, we were once together. Let's go get some eat and talk about what happened. Yeah. But baby, when I seen Thank You Next video and I seen that she said something like, oh, he's cute and he can get it. Oh, hello, he's with Janae.
In the video, you see her with like a notebook, and it has Big Sean on the front of the notebook, the face. While we don't know because we never got the closure as to when they broke up. But with fans,
We thought.
Wait, ain't you still with? He said Janae, and then she's saying leave your girlfriend on board and stuff.
So I'm thinking you could catch
Ariana.
That's how I felt, because I was like, listen, I liked you, Ari, and I liked when you and Big Sean were together, but I liked him and Janae better.
Yeah.
So please don't tell me this is
they're
what you're
adults.
Please don't tell me. But I think she just definitely needs to take a breather. But I also feel like by the time she put that Thank You Next video out, I also think they were either talking or she had some knowledge that Big Sean and Janae were not together.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's a level of disrespect. If I'm with a dude, I better not see a video of your ex talking about you can still get it. Excuse me?
With your picture and
No.
I'm not going for that either. Yeah, that's not what's gonna happen. I'm sorry.
So I just feel like she already had some knowledge, or they were already talking.
Yeah.
Because I really doubted that it was just like this was their first time actually being together.
Yeah, and
I don't think the studio thing. I think
might
it's
not even be dating. Right, exactly.
Yeah,
They might not be dating, but I'm saying if you're thinking about it, sus.
See, I feel they were low key kind of good, or at least they didn't have turmoil against each other during Aretha Franklin's funeral, because when she sang, he stood up and clapped. We all saw that.
Yeah.
So I mean, unless he just wasn't being petty, but I mean, I feel like there was no turmoil for him to do all that, to stand up and clap. So
either way, like I said, this is all my opinion. I would just say, Ariana Grande, if you are listening to this, if you do see this, slow it down, sis. I just feel like it's a lot, and especially with her being the star, the celebrity that she is, like they go through 10 times as much, scrutiny and stuff like that we do. So give yourself some time to heal, to get over things, to find somebody that's truly for you. You don't have to, and I'm not saying like she's bad or anything like that, but just slow it down, at least for your mind, your peace of mind, like, you know what I'm saying, like so you can get your life and your feelings and everything together.
I kind of just think she needs to do what she said in the song, because Thank You Next was kind of like, I'm thanking all the guys for everything that I got from the relationship of being with them, but now I'm gonna be with myself.
Right.
That's pretty much what she promoted in the song, and that's not necessarily what's happening.
In real life. Yeah. Maybe she had a different writer.
Maybe she had a different what?
A writer.
Alright, y'all, we are wrapping it up. That is it for today for For the Culture. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you on the next episode of Hershee's Word of Mouth.
Thank you, girlie.
Yeah.
Bye.